Reality or illusion, the hidden truth beyond our senses. G'day, fellow explorers of the hidden, and welcome to Positive Vortex, where we dare to question everything, even the very fabric of what you call real. Have you ever paused and truly asked, what is reality? Is the world you see, hear, and touch real in any absolute sense? Or is it just a fragile dream woven by your mind? And if reality is only a dream, what then is truth? Today, we embark on a journey through the landscapes of philosophy, mysticism, neuroscience, and myth to answer one of humanity's oldest and most unsettling questions. Is what you experience real or just an elaborate illusion? Get comfortable, prepare your mind, because after this episode, you may never look at the world the same way again.
1. Where this question began.
From the dawn of human language, our ancestors wondered, what is really out there? Greek philosophers called it aletheia, truth, that which is revealed after lifting the veil. Thousands of years later, the Irish bishop and philosopher George Berkeley challenged a world intoxicated by rationalism and material science. He insisted that what we sense is not reality itself, but a mere echo of something more profound. For Berkeley, even time and space were illusions, patterns stitched by the mind rather than absolutes. He said in essence that the only true constant was spirit. And before you dismiss Berkeley as naive or religious, consider this. Modern physics, in a strange twist, seems to echo him. Einstein showed us that time and space bend and warp, depending on the observer's perspective. Quantum physics suggests reality itself may not exist in a definite state until observed. So was Berkeley wrong? Or just centuries ahead of his time?
2. The limits of the human mind.
Every living creature sees reality through a personal filter. Consider the honeybee, whose eyes can detect ultraviolet patterns invisible to humans. Or a bat, which navigates the world through echoes, seeing with sound. To the bat, a world of sharp, ultrasonic images is reality. To the bee, flowers glow with colors we cannot even imagine. And for us? Our minds assemble a world of shapes, colors, and sounds based on what our limited senses can gather. So what is reality then? Is it what the bat knows? What the bee knows? What you know? Or is it something infinitely greater, hiding behind all these partial visions? 3.
The illusion of color.
Let's pause on something deceptively simple. Color. When you look at a red rose, you might swear the redness is in the flower. But physics tells another story. There is no red pigment beaming out of the petals. Instead, the rose is reflecting certain wavelengths of light, energy, which your eyes detect and your brain converts into the experience called red. There is no redness out there. It is an internal painting, a hallucination of sorts. Your brain overlays upon a pattern of light waves. You are not seeing the rose as it is, and you are seeing a dream of the rose, tailored for your survival. As the philosopher Kant warned centuries ago,
we do not see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. 4. The hardness that is mostly nothing.
Think about solidity. Hit a table with your knuckles. It feels hard, reliable, real. But atomic science reveals it is an illusion of touch. That table is 99.999% empty space, an ethereal lattice of energy, with tiny particles dancing in a cosmic void. Your hand cannot pass through, not because it hits solid matter, but because of repelling electromagnetic fields between your atoms and the table's atoms. What you call solid is like a magic trick. A performance staged by the universe so you can trust that the floor will hold you and the table will bear your food. Reality is practical, but is it true? Perhaps it is only a temporary agreement between your senses and nature, so you do not fall apart in terror.
5. The evolutionary user interface.
Here's a powerful metaphor: your computer desktop. On your screen, you see folders, icons, windows. They look so real you can click them and drag them about. But beneath those colorful illusions lies an incomprehensible labyrinth of circuits, code, voltages, and logic gates. Your computer gives you an interface, a comforting picture, so you do not have to think about the chaos within. In the same way, your brain gives you an interface, reality, so you can navigate an otherwise overwhelming world. Donald Hoffman, a cognitive scientist, calls this the user interface theory of perception. He argues nature evolved our senses to hide the brutal truth and present us a simplified, usable reality. What a marvel and what a trap!
6. The Matrix, a prophecy in disguise.
This idea is so seductive it reappears again and again, even in cinema. Remember The Matrix? Neo lives in a perfect simulation, a mind prison so convincing it becomes indistinguishable from real life. It is only when he wakes up that he sees the machine's code, the truth beneath the illusion. Neo's journey is a retelling of the ancient philosopher Plato's cave, where prisoners see shadows on a wall and call them reality, until one escapes and witnesses the sun beyond. Plato, 2,000 years ago, already warned us. Most of us live in illusions. And the moment you dare to look behind the veil, you begin a terrifying but liberating path.
7. The mystics and the poets.
Where science hesitates, mysticism steps in boldly. Sufis, Zen monks, Hindu sages, all have taught that ultimate truth cannot be captured by the mind. It can only be realized like a presence in moments of pure stillness or rapturous awe. Rumi, the great Persian poet, put it this way:
Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment.
Truth, to the mystic, is not a fact to grasp, but a love to surrender to. It is the dissolving of the mind's illusions, an experience, not a concept. Is that why psychedelic visions, near-death experiences, or profound meditations often feel more real than real? They might momentarily pull back the curtain, showing us a flash of what lies beyond the senses.
8. The paradox of survival.
A viewer might ask, okay, if our senses lie, why trust them at all? Because, dear friends, our illusions are not useless. They are essential. Nature crafted these illusions as a survival toolkit. Imagine you are in the wild, surrounded by predators. If your senses gave you an exact representation of quantum reality, a haze of probabilities and fields, you'd be devoured in seconds. Instead, you get a simplified, user-friendly reality to help you fight, flee, and feed. It is a map, not the territory. A lie that saves your life. As evolutionary biology tells us,
What is adaptive is not always true, and what is true is not always adaptive. 9. The scientific humility.
let's be honest. Science can sometimes grow arrogant, assuming it alone reveals absolute truth. But modern scientists, at the cutting edge of quantum physics and cosmology, are far more humble. They know we are only beginning to scratch the surface of existence. Niels Bohr, one of the fathers of quantum mechanics, once said,
"Those who are not shocked by quantum theory have not understood it."
"The closer we look, the stranger things become. Time is bendable, space is warped, and reality might only snap into existence once you look at it." These are not the ravings of mystics. They are the discoveries of Nobel Prize-winning physicists.
10. The real-life miracle.
How do we live with this knowledge? Do we become cynical? Do we sink into despair? Or do we choose wonder? Think about it. You are made of stardust. Your atoms once burned in the belly of ancient suns. Your mind is an alchemist, turning silent electromagnetic waves into a rainbow, into a lover's face, into a memory of childhood. That is the power of your illusion, breathtaking, fragile, and magnificent.
11. A practical reflection.
So, next time you feel certain about anything, pause. Ask yourself, is this reality, or merely a story my mind tells me to survive? Practice radical humility. Practice curiosity. Remain open to the possibility that the world is far stranger and far more beautiful than you can possibly imagine. Let this awareness make you kinder. Let it make you a poet of your own life, seeing meaning where others see routine.
The call beyond the veil.
Let us end here, on a note both haunting and hopeful. Reality, friends, is a precious fiction, a necessary dream. Truth is the deep, silent mystery beyond all appearances. Perhaps our highest calling is to dance between the two. To live fully in this dream, while never forgetting that beyond its veil, something vast, unknowable, and sacred calls to us. Like an endless horizon that draws the sailor on, truth will forever call us to sail beyond what we think we know. If you felt moved by this exploration, please help us keep shining this light. Smash that like button. Subscribe to Positive Vortex. Share with a friend who questions deeply. And if you wish, click the thanks button to help us keep these conversations alive. Until next time, remember this. You are more than what your senses tell you. You are a being designed to wonder. Beyond the veil of reality, truth awaits, patient, eternal, and ready for you to notice it.